Good evening. As she said, my name is Jeannine Vogt, and I want to start tonight by sharing a little bit about my daughter Kennedy and who she was. She was one of those really good babies and a really great kid. You know, she was one of those babies that slept through the night early and didn't cry much, only when she needed something, and really practically potty trained herself. She was just one of those where you're like, wow, I need several more of these. However, she did have two older brothers, and if any of you know my sons, Tanner and Cortland, you know they spent a lot of time in trouble. So she was also a pretty quick learner. So that was always a good thing. She was an extrovert from the beginning. She was the type of kid who sat up front, raising her hand, begging to be the one called on stage, and I was usually the one who was ducking under, going, please don't, please don't. If you go up there, don't say anything about Mama, because she always wanted to be right in the middle of it. She had a bubbly personality. She loved being around people. She had a contagious smile, and people were just attracted to her. They loved being around her, and she loved them. She was an annoying little sister, but she was also a loving big sister who was annoyed sometimes. So she had both of those. But God called her at a young age. She loved going to church. She loved being a part of things, and she got involved every opportunity she could. I'd always heard about the parents who were struggling with their teenagers, their daughter who was giving them a hard time, and they couldn't decide what to do with them, and how do they do this? And I always thought, well, I've got Kennedy, so I don't have that problem. My sweet little Kennedy will never do that. And then she became a teenager. Yep, we were holding on for dear life, praying that God would get us out on the other side with even a halfway decent relationship. And God really did answer that prayer. She was a great young woman, and we did have an amazing relationship with her. Well, it all started in the 8th grade. She was on fire for Jesus. She was here at Great Oaks Youth Group every time the doors opened. I found myself driving all over Germantown Hills, picking up kids at all kinds of houses because she was inviting everyone who would listen to her. She wanted to be here. She would actually wake herself up early and have me get her to school before it started so that she could help lead a Bible study for her peers. And she loved it. That is a girl who's committed to teaching the Bible and being a part of something. She loved being a part of anything that had to do with church. Well, the summer before her freshman year, she took her first mission trip with her dad and the youth group from here to Kentucky. She was so excited. She was a natural-born leader, and she was ready to take on the world. Well, one evening, she was sitting out, kind of thinking about things, and my husband said he saw her sitting there, and he went and sat beside her, and he said, what's going on, Kennedy? And she shared with them that she had some concerns. She just found out that she made the high school cheerleading team, and she was really excited. But she was also really nervous because she knew that when she got into that, and she got into the